Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're going inside a place you've probably been 100 times, but maybe never really seen. We're going to uncover the hidden human story that unfolds every day inside your local bank.
So, let me ask you something. When you walk into a bank, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For most of us, I'm guessing a few pretty standard images come to mind.
Yeah, we see the machinery of the place, right? The long lines, the numbers blinking on a screen, all that paperwork. It can all feel a little cold, super impersonal, just a place to get transactions done.
But what if we're missing the most important part? Because behind all that, there's a human story playing out. And today, we're going to see that story through the eyes of a banker named Aamir.
See, for Aamir, showing up to work isn't just about punching a clock. It's about something much, much deeper than just a daily routine.
To him, his job is a promise that goes all the way back to some advice he got a long time ago, and it's shaped everything he's done since.
These are the words from his father that basically became his personal constitution. Money is not just paper. It is someone's hard work. That one idea, right there, that became the rule for every single thing he does at that counter.
And you see that rule get tested every single day. First, you've got the businessman, always in a crazy rush, trusting Aamir to be fast and accurate so he can get on with his day.
Then in walks a young student, a little nervous, taking that huge first step into being a grown-up by opening their first account. And they're trusting Aamir to guide them.
Then there's the farmer. He comes in to deposit what he's earned from an entire season of back-breaking work. That's not just cash, that's months of sweat and hope in an envelope.
And maybe most powerfully, there's the elderly woman who can't even read the form she's signing. She doesn't get the fine print, but she hands over her entire life savings without a moment's hesitation, putting her complete trust in him.
And that's the whole point, isn't it? While it looks like money is changing hands, the real currency being exchanged over that counter is trust. That is the invisible transaction that's happening, customer after customer. But man, holding on to that trust is not easy. That job is a total pressure cooker. You've got intense audits, never-ending lines, the nightmare of the system crashing out of nowhere, all while you're trying to hit these crazy targets and not make one tiny mistake that could literally end your career.
And in that kind of high-stakes environment, mistakes are bound to happen. So, one evening when Aamir is closing up for the night, he finds one, a calculation error. It's a small little thing on a piece of paper, but it carries a massive risk.
So here it is, that moment of truth. Nobody's around. He could ignore it, hope nobody notices. What does he do when no one is watching and his integrity is on the line?
He chooses to protect. He doesn't panic. He stays. He stays late into the night going over every single entry, line by line, until he finds that mistake and fixes it. He's not just covering his own back. He's protecting the trust that thousands of people have placed in him.
Okay, so fast forward a little bit. That same elderly woman, she comes back to the bank. Only this time, you can see something's wrong. She's really distressed. Her hands are shaking and her eyes are just filled with worry.
Turns out she lost her passbook, and she is absolutely terrified that her life savings have just vanished. But Aamir's response is so simple, so human. No fuss. He just gives her a calming smile, carefully checks her details, and then prints her a brand new passbook with every last cent accounted for. And as he hands it to her, her face just crumbles with relief. She looks at him, tears in her eyes, and whispers, "Allah tumhai khush rakhe. May God bless you."
And that right there, that simple, honest-to-goodness blessing, for Aamir, that's the real paycheck. That moment of connection, that feeling of having done right by someone, that's worth more than any bonus could ever be.
So when you pull back, what does Aamir's story really show us? It shows us that we kind of miss the point of what a banker does. No, they don't fight wars, but they help build our financial security. They don't build giant towers, but they help build our confidence to plan for the future.
When you think about it, they're the silent guardians of our dreams and our hard work. They're the ones helping turn those dreams into reality, one signature, one deposit, one loan at a time.
So maybe the next time you're standing in a bank, you'll remember the person on the other side of that counter. And maybe it'll get you thinking about the other invisible guardians in your own life, the people who quietly work behind the scenes, upholding the trust that makes everything else possible. So, who are the guardians of trust in your world?